Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll start with the option. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Okay, here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Fuller. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the gun on 3rd down. Fuller. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Strong. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. First down, here's White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
After that throw, there's definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the draw, it's White. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Strong. And incomplete on the deep ball. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Dillon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Traylon Burks, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Strong. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And the Ravens have got it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zamir White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fuller gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw from his end zone. Strong. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go up the middle with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Strong. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Strong. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fuller. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Strong. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Fuller. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fuller. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Strong. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
They go with White on the counter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. opting to run again here with White. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Strong. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On the give, it's White. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play
that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Fuller. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Smith catches left side. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
18, right here. 19 right.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now a give to White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. The Ravens on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Strong. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Max Crosby make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Fuller. Under pressure, they got him again. Travis Jones, his second sack of the night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 3rd down, Strong got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Strong. And a dump off to White. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now back to the ground game with White. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 66 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On the draw, here's White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on third down. Strong looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Santos' kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Hey,
He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-time field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4.